What's up, everybody? It's OGR-Scintilla, and today I'm bringing you something a little bit different. But before we get started, I have a disclaimer for you. This is a long video, and this is a very nerdy video because I'm going to be breaking down the components that I used to put together Ron Mclean, aka my Shotta Flow remix. And I'm going to be also talking about some of the plugins and techniques that I used in my session to make it. So if this type of stuff doesn't interest you, feel free to skip this one. This is a video for the music nerds who love to get the behind the scenes and for people who make music of their own, because chances are they're going to be able to pick up some cool tips and some tricks that they can use in their own music production. So if this doesn't interest you, no offense taken whatsoever. But if it does, I hope you like it. And please let me know what parts you particularly liked, what bits are the most interesting, and what parts of the song you really want me to break down, whether it's lyrics, instruments, techniques, etc., etc. But with that disclaimer out of the way, let's get into it. First of all, if you haven't heard the song, let me just show you a little snippet of it right here. Immaculate lettuce, holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy, this isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who want the smoke? Buddy, I'm friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope, I'll wipe you, bro. Holy friggin' smokes. So as you can hear, the 808 is awesome. I'm really happy with what I did on the 808, and I think the vocal sounds really good. Those were my two focuses. One thing I want to mention before we get into things, you'll notice here on the side, and sometimes when I pop up this window, there's these little blue squares, and these are different plugins I use. So when I click on one of these and this square comes up, this is the effect I'm adding. Just so that this makes more sense to watch in case you're not familiar with this digital workstation that I'm using. Also, sometimes I'm going to show you things with or without a plugin. So say I pop this one open. If I hit this little blue power button, that means it's off. When it's gray, when it's blue, it's on. So hopefully that helps you understand all the nerdy stuff I'm about to talk about. Let's get into what I used to make this. First of all, of course, the drums. I'm just going to loop a section here so that I can show you, first of all, the glorious 808. So this is an 808 that I created right inside of Logic. If you use Logic and want to steal it, just screenshot right here. This is the settings, but a big part of what makes it sound so cool, let me take all the plugins off. Lame, right? So a little bit of EQ, doesn't do much. This Greed Smasher though, adds some attitude. This is without it. Yeah. Got Camel Crusher. Now we're getting somewhere. This is a compressor, making it fatter. And then we have this phase distortion. That's where the magic happens. And then just an ozone dynamic EQ, keeping some of the low end in check, and a standard clip, making it extra loud. I won't go into details so much on every single thing, but the 808, this is like a spicy 808, and I came up with this myself. It's sort of a custom 808. It doesn't sound like everyone else's, and that's why I like it. This is the hi-hat? Yeah. I don't do much with hi-hats. Make some quiet, some EQ. Here's my snare. I put tape on it. That's without it. Here's with it. Makes it more beefy. Hope I'll wipe your pendant. Let me show you the original piano pattern right here. This is without Ocean Waves reverb on it. And down here you can see that it's muted, this Ocean Waves, because I actually bounced this piano in place. So I'll mute that. This is it bounced with the Ocean Waves reverb. Let me go back and forth. Turn it down so it's... It's subtle, but this piano sounds a lot more realistic to me. It sounds like there's an actual piano in the room. This one sounds like a digital piano. And honestly, that's the whole beat.
Your pendus, buddy, this isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who want the smoke? Buddy, I'm friggin' yoked.
Just remaking NLE Choppa's beat. Very, very simple, but I mean, there's a reason it's like that. It's so that the vocals can shine through. I also added some fun little meme sound effects throughout. Here is a thunderclap and Bowser's laugh. And that's in the intro of the song. And then, of course, we have
fellas. We got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous.
The
buddy.
anime
This isn't
wow.
a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to
I
the
also
dentist.
snuck in
Shut that mouth.
the
then, right?
Minecraft damage noise here.
Buddy,
And then an R2-D2 scream. Which was actually the first meme sound effect I added in. For some reason, I was like, how funny would it be if there was just an R2-D2 scream right here? So, yeah, I just put it in. There's also a bonk right here. Because I just thought it would be funny. And then there's some bruhs here going into the last hook.
greatest in Canada. I'm with the fellas. We got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who want the smoke?
I just had someone trying to call me there, so I had to shut that off. Besides that, let me show you what I did on the vocal, because that's literally it. Actually, I guess if you're a nerd, you might want to know that on the drum bus, which means I sent all the drums, the snare, the 808, and the hi-hat to one place, and I'm putting a limiter on it, which is just occasionally taking like a decibel or two on certain spots. And I'm also sending all of the drums to a parallel bus where I am distorting them. I have a transient designer here. That means that I'm taking the bass and I'm making it really punchy, and I'm sending that into another limiter. It's kind of a limiter. It's also a, I don't know what do they call that? Reverse compression, where you expand the low volume stuff. It's max volume 2 from Waves, and then it's sent into this standard clipping distortion plugin. So here's what that sounds like. Let me take it all off. So that's without any plugins. Gets a lot quieter. And here we get a nice, loud, obnoxious version, and then we get that distorted stuff mixing with the original sound. And it makes it sort of cleaner, but also loud and aggressive. Very common technique for me to use, parallel compression. Just so you know, if you're a nerd, now you can use that too. Let's talk about the vocal. So this is the main vocal. I'm getting more and more consistent with what I put on my vocal. So I'm gonna have deep breathing. That just, whenever I breathe, this automatically takes it out for me, just for convenience. And then next thing I hit it with is Golfos, which is this cool plugin that intelligently boosts certain frequencies and cuts other frequencies to just make it sound better. Let me take everything off here, and I'll slowly add things in one by one so that we can hear what everything's doing. So I'll take everything off. Here's the vocal.
I'm with the fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who want the smoke, buddy? I'm friggin' yoked.
That's with it.
Long as a rope,
it's doing some stuff to the high frequencies, as you can see here, and taking out some of the boomy, muddy stuff down here in the 300s and 400s. Next, I use a linear phase EQ to take out some of the low stuff that doesn't need to be there.
Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the
Doesn't make a huge difference, except for words. Certain words have like a P. There's a low frequency pop that comes in, and that can be annoying, so I take it out. Next, I have the CLA3A, which I use on almost every single vocal I do. From Waves, it's a compressor.
Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy
because this is a rap vocal, I'm doing like 2 to 3 decibels of compression here. Sometimes if I'm singing, I only hit for like 1 decibel with this compressor, but I really like it. It's just something I seem to always put on. Next, you have sibilance, which is taking away some of the S's and harsh words and just taking those parts down. If you're looking for a good de-esser, this I would say is the best de-esser out there. I've tried a lot of them, and this one's just awesome. Next, I've got this preset that I use on Renaissance Compressor a lot. It has a fast attack, and it's really smoothing out the loudest parts of the vocal. Anything that's going to pop out and be annoying, it's bringing it back down. I used to use a limiter here in my chain, but lately I found that a limiter is a bit much because that has a really harsh cutoff. This is set to a softer cutoff, this 2 here, 2.47 ratio, and it just works a little bit better.
Fellas, we got
last, I have Soothe, and this is targeting a frequency that's annoying in my voice.
Straight to the dentist. Who want the smoke, buddy? I'm friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope. I'll wipe you, bro. Holy friggin' smokes! Drop your gloves. Let's go. Pulled up with the gang. Ron Mclean. Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't.
And that's on. You might be able to hear that it's a bit smoother. And there's a frequency in there that can pop out and be annoying. Then I have a little bit of reverb.
Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who want the smoke,
and
buddy?
On.
I'm friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope. I'll wipe you, bro. Holy friggin' smokes.
Especially in the context of the song, you'll notice how I say this a lot, but everything else in the song is normally made right in the computer, and the vocal is the only thing that I'm recording live, unless I have some guitar. So sometimes it can be a struggle to make that vocal fit in with the rest of the song. So reverb is normally how I do that, just a little bit of subtle reverb to help it sit in with the instruments.
Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send
so now it's a little bit too forward. It's kind of popping out.
I'm friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope. I'll wipe you, bro.
Kind of
friggin' smokes. Drop your gloves. Let's go. Pulled up with the gang.
Mixes in and chills out. All right, but here's the really cool thing that I do. I've been doing this on almost every single vocal now. Boosting the high this down here where it says B15 in the bottom left here, this means I'm sending what I just did with the vocal to a bus to use a parallel processing. That means I've got my original vocal here, and then I'm sending it over here to do some fancy stuff to it, and then eventually I'm going to take the fancy version and the original version and recombine them, and that way the fancy stuff isn't too it's not too much, right? You take the normal version with the fancy version, and then it just blends to be a nice, perfect sort of sound. So on this, let me just solo this. I am boosting the high frequencies into another de-esser. So I'm boosting the high frequencies, and then I'm calming them down on the annoying parts, and then I'm compressing it with RVox from Waves.
Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send
Let me
you straight
take that
to the
off.
dentist. Who want the smoke? Buddy, I'm friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope. I'll wipe you, bro.
So,
Holy friggin'
you can hear how
smokes.
without these plugins, it's a lot quieter, but with them, it's got more energy. Here.
Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you
But I
straight
don't want it
to
to be too much, so I send them here to this thing I call VoxOx, and then it gets recombined.
Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who want the smoke? Buddy, I'm friggin'
All right,
yoked.
and then the last thing I do on here, I've got the Tim's Run vocal preset on Soothe. I'm hitting it with Soothe again to calm it out.
Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who
So
want the
there's a
smoke?
few things
Buddy,
popping
I'm
out.
friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope. I'll wipe you, bro. Holy friggin' smokes. Drop your gloves.
And that just
Let's
keeps
go.
the
Pulled up
vocal
with the
in
gang.
one spot instead of sort of popping out at you every once in a while, which can sound really bad on small speakers. Next, I have a limiter. This is a free limiter. If you make music, go download it. It's called Loudmax. I use it all the time. It's really good.
Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous,
Again,
buddy. This isn't a
It's just
scrimmage.
keeping those little words that are annoying from popping out too much. So here's with it off, and then
Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who want the smoke? Buddy, I'm friggin' yoked.
now this is a really
Lettuce
subtle thing, and it really only comes up on bad speakers and stuff like that. But keeping that vocal in check, just make sure that it'll be well heard and never gets annoying. Next, the Chandler Curvebender. I've been using this on all my vocals. This right here, it just does amazing stuff. Just listen to this.
Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow
That's with it.
stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who
Without
want the
it.
smoke? Buddy, I'm friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope. I'll wipe you, bro. Holy friggin' smokes. Drop your gloves. Let's go. Pulled up with the gang. Ron Mclean could be my fellas.
I love that. Boosting the high end with this, it just turns everything into butter, man. I love the way it sounds. And then I've got the R reverb right here. Just adding a little bit of more, what would you call it? Dimension, a little bit of realism.
Fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send
the
you straight
vocal's
to the
really
dentist.
straight down the
Who want
middle,
the
and
smoke?
then-
Buddy, I'm friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope. I'll wipe you, bro. Holy friggin' smokes. Drop your gloves.
Kind of
Let's
opens
go.
it up a little bit. Again, I hope you're wearing headphones here, so that you can hear all these things. And yeah. I'm going to take everything off with the beat, and then I'm going to bring it back in, and hopefully you can hear a difference.
I'm with the fellas. We got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This
is
isn't a
completely
scrimmage. I'll
unedited.
send you straight to the dentist. Who want the smoke? Buddy, I'm friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope. I'll wipe you, bro. Holy
And now,
fellas, we got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who want the smoke? Buddy, I'm friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long
all
as
right, so you hear how I'm not trying to radically change things, but all those little things add up to just making the vocal sound a lot bigger and right in front. When everything's off, it's a little bit quiet, right? And you might hear the odd like tss or p pop out and be annoying. The Ad-Libs are cool in this song. Let me show you what I did on the Ad-Libs. And then I'll get to the mastering chain, and that should be that. It's a really simple song, so I should be able to burn through everything pretty quickly. So, what do we have here? The Ad-Libs looks like I did a very similar chain, linear phase, CLA, R compressor, sibilance. So all of that's exactly the same, but I put on a free plugin called Pancake.
Greatest in Canada. Greatest in Canada.
And what that does is it makes
Greatest in Canada, baby.
the Ad-Libs wander back and forth from left to right in your ears.
Woo!
And then I actually did tremolo again, which the the pancake is making it sort of do big wide sweeps, and the tremolo is making it just jump back and forth a tiny bit. So it, like, the tremolo would be doing this, but with the pancake, it's kind of doing this in your ears, and it was cool. So I did it. That's all there really is. I put a phaser on it.
Greatest in Canada. Greatest in Canada. Greatest in Canada, baby.
And that's a really, really subtle thing that it's doing. Mainly, when you have the ad-libs and the main vocal, I just add a few little things to make a tiny, tiny touch. Here I was just making it wider in your ears. Just tiny, tiny things so that if the ad-libs and the main vocal sound too much alike, when you're listening, sometimes they'll like muddy together and then you can't really understand what is being said. Where if you make the ad-libs like here and here, then the main vocal's here and the ad-libs are running around back here. It just makes it a little bit easier to listen to. And then I did something really weird and random, which I almost never do, but I doubled the same track down here and I just put chorus on it. So let me show you with this chain, and then I added it in really quietly in the background and it just did something. So
Greatest in Canada.
Here's without it.
Greatest in Canada. Greatest in Canada, baby.
And here's with it.
Greatest in Canada. Greatest in Canada. Greatest in Canada, baby.
Off. On.
Woo!
I don't know what it did. It just gave it a tiny nudge forward, but also softened it so that it wasn't in the way. And yeah, that's really it on this song. I already went into depth on everything. I felt like with this one, if I was to do like, I don't know, it's just piano and drums.
Lettuce, holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy, this isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who want the smoke? Buddy, I'm friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope, I'll wipe you, bro. Holy
let me show you what I put on the master chain, because when I take it all off, I'll leave that on because that'll just make it a lot. These last two plugins here, these ones are just meters giving me information, the tonal balance and the loudness. I'm down on the right here now on this long blue chain. Standard clip and ozone here are just making it extra loud basically. But if you use these plugins, they're amazing plugins. Here's the settings that I used. Here's how it's hitting.
Oh, holy friggin' smokes. Drop your gloves, let's go. Pulled up with the gang. Ron Mclean.
As you can see,
co-host, that's the swag.
My limiter isn't hitting very hard. A lot of people hit their limiters hard, but I prefer to not hit the limiter very hard and then clip.
Co-host, that's the swag. Flow like a beast, can't be tamed. Friggin' A, let's go, boys. This won't be a little
but let me show you the rest of the mastering chain. This is where there's a little bit more to be said. So let me turn this off and show you what it sounds like, and then I'll turn it all back on.
Boys, this won't be a little stick check, bud. Stretcher gonna bring it out the rink next, bud. Ain't no love trying to get that dub. Make him do the hooky pokey with a hip check, bud. That's right foot in, right foot out. Don't
Pretty substantial difference on this one. I'm doing a lot of work on the mastering chain, and most of it is honestly probably coming from, well, this is doing a lot of work too. These two plugins right here, the Chandler Curvebender, which I already used on my vocal. I'm using another version. I'm boosting the high frequencies. And as you can see, I'm actually boosting the side information. So what's in your right and left ear in a different way than what I'm boosting right down the middle, which is going to be most of the vocal and drums. Lots of times what I do is I just give a slightly different, it looks like I'm actually boosting the high shelf exactly the same, and I'm boosting that the same too. Okay, here's what I'm doing. I'm taking some of the bass frequencies out of the sides, and then I did that here too. I guess on this one I treated the mid and the side exactly the same, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But let me show you with and without this plugin alone, because it's going to make a big difference.
right foot out. Don't talk tough, better shut that mouth, then right hook in, right hook out. Ragdoll buddy and the lights went out, better just pipe down so we don't get hectic.
Makes things
While you still
smooth.
got teeth left in your head, kid. One good hit and you're gonna need a med kit. Wake up in a week without any recollection. Oh, wait a minute. That's what happened. He cleaned my clock because I wouldn't.
They're
quit yapping
louder,
the
smoother,
fellas.
more forward. It's just so much good stuff. This one is a multi-band compressor. It sounds complicated because it is, but not to use. I literally just turn up the knob and it does its thing.
I wouldn't quit yapping. The fella with swagger and flow so immaculate.
That's without
rapping
it.
like he was the greatest in Canada.
Here's with it.
I'm with the fellas. We got immaculate lettuce. Holy smokes, they're jealous. Flow stupendous, buddy. This isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who want the smoke, buddy?
With
I'm
it.
friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope. I'll wipe you.
Again, it's making it louder, brighter, more clarity. This one's going to be subtle. This is a saturation knob. Actually, I have this thing cranked up pretty high. That's pretty high on a master track with this. So let me turn it off.
Smoke, buddy, I'm friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope, I'll wipe you, bro. Holy friggin' smokes. Drop your gloves, let's go. Pulled up with the gang. Ron Mclean could be my co-host, that's the swag. Flow like a beast, can't be tamed. Friggin' A, let's go, boy. This won't be a little stick check, bud.
Again,
Stretcher
it's
gonna
bringing
bring
it forward, making it loud, making it intelligible. And oh, I'm doing this again. Oh, what the heck? I have another Chandler Curvebender on here. Okay, so this one is also doing the same thing. I think, oh yeah, I just did another high shelf. This one's all the way down, so like all the way from 3,600 kilohertz up to 20,000 kilohertz. I'm boosting it quite a bit. So let's hear this.
check, bud. Stretcher gonna bring it out the rink next, bud. Ain't no love trying to get that dub. Make him do the hooky pokey with
That's
the hip
off.
check, bud. That's right foot in, right foot out. Don't talk tough, better shut that mouth. Then right hook in, right hook
I
out.
love what that's doing.
Ragdoll buddy and the lights went out. Better just pipe down.
Let me give you one more complete A-B.
Isn't a scrimmage. I'll send you straight to the dentist. Who
All
on
of
the
it
smoke?
off.
Buddy, I'm friggin' yoked. Lettuce as long as a rope. I'll wipe you, bro. Holy friggin'
All of it off.
smokes. Drop your gloves. Let's go. Pulled up with the gang. Ron Mclean.
So you can hear how a bit of compression and distortion and EQ is really bringing a lot of loudness and excitement and energy into this song. And that's all I got for you. I see that that's all I got. This video is half an hour long. What are you talking about, Shane? You rambled on nonstop about this. Yeah, this song's really simple, so I got more into the technical stuff. But hopefully for you people out there making music, you can enjoy this. I am going to probably do more of these because I really love making them. As I'm going to keep saying, a massive nerd about this stuff. I really, really love talking about what goes into making a song. And yeah, I will probably have a studio tour video that I will link somewhere in here so that you can see what this microphone is, all my equipment that I use, plugins that I recommend, stuff like that, if you're interested in making music. And yeah, please let me know if you like these videos, what I should focus more on, what I should focus less on, and yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. It's been OGR-Scintilla. This is Ron Mclean.
Mclean could be my co-host, that's the swag. Flow like a beast, can't be tamed. Friggin' A, let's go, boys. This won't be a little stick check, bud. Stretcher gonna bring it out the rink next, bud. Ain't no love trying to get that dub. Make him do the hooky pokey with a hip check, bud. That's right.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please share it, subscribe to the channel, and add me on Snapchat. That way I can send you a personal update whenever I drop new music. And as always, thank you so much to the Hoser Gang for supporting me every month, including Susan, Aaron, Lauren, Galaxy Cat, Graham, Dan, and Michael K, as well as all of my amazing true fans. I could not do it without you. If you want to sign up for shoutouts, unlimited access to my music, unreleased and exclusive content, and a whole bunch more, check out the link in the video description and join the Hoser Gang. Love you. Bye.